Thank you. Today, I have the honor to address you on behalf of the government of Indonesia, my home country, notably on behalf of Dr. Frans Tegu, the Director of Tourism Infrastructure and Ecosystem Development of the Ministry of Tourism of Indonesia. The main objective of this presentation is to show how the sustainable tourism observatories at destination are supporting the implementation of the national tourism policy of Indonesia. On this slide, we have illustrated the foundations of the Indonesian Ministry of Tourism's approach to sustainable tourism. In recent years, Indonesia has put forward tourism policies to advance sustainable tourism along its cultural, environmental, and economical dimensions. Concepts such as sustainable consumption and production and poverty alleviation are closely linked and providing the baseline for sustainable tourism development. In Indonesia, the core elements of sustainability are forming part of Law 10 of 2009, which mandates that tourism shall be intended to increase economic growth, improve people's welfare, eradicate poverty, overcome unemployment, preserve nature, environment, and resources, promote culture, raise the nation's image, foster a sense of patriotism, and strengthen international relationships. As shown on the screen, the policy framework for tourism development includes also guidelines and standards, which are all rooted in sustainability principles. The guidelines for sustainable tourism destination from 2016 are particularly relevant with regard to the objective of our meeting here today. These guidelines are supporting the development of national strategic tourism areas and national tourism destinations across Indonesia's vast territory. There are three main national policy instruments promoting to trigger action at destination level. These instruments are the Sustainable Tourism Destination, Sustainable Tourism Observatory, and Sustainable Tourism Certification. The first instrument, the Sustainable Tourism Destination concept, is aligned with the issue areas identified within the UNWTO Indicators publication of 2004, and also following the recommendations of the GSTC criteria for destinations with regard to sustainable management, economic, social, cultural, and environmental aspects. Up to date, over 80 destinations have developed their own destination-level plans with the financial support from the Ministry of Tourism or development agencies. The development of these plans is following a participatory approach for tourism planning that engages local communities, the private sector, and relevant government bodies, aiming to create a common platform that addresses a diverse set of needs and concerns. This participatory exercise has provided stakeholders a sense of commitment and responsibility, thus facilitating the transition to implementation and monitoring phase of these plans. The second instrument, the Sustainable Tourism Observatory concept, is directly linked to the monitoring of sustainable tourism impacts at destination level. In this regard, Indonesia has prioritized a scalable approach which starts with the establishment of regional or local level observatories. The STOs, through the signature of MOUs between the local authority, academic institution at destination level, and the Ministry of Tourism, where the commitment of the destination to monitor sustainable tourism is described. When reporting from the STOs is presenting evidence of the sustainable management of tourism resources and activities within their destinations, the established STO then have the opportunity to become recognized at the national level. And thus they become part of INSTO, which is Wonderful Indonesia Network of Sustainable Tourism Observatories. As the last step of the ladder, when performing optimally, the observatories have the opportunity to be recognized internationally by being proposed by the Ministry of Tourism to be integrated within the UNWTO International Network of Sustainable Tourism Observatories. The UNWTO INSTO network has therefore become an incentive for national observatories to continuously improve their performance and is also an integral part of national tourism policy. At present, there are 11 national observatories, out of which 5 are members of the UNWTO INSTO network. The latter are located in the destinations of Lombok, Pangandaran, Sleman, Toba Island, and Sanur in Bali. The third and last instrument is the Sustainable Tourism Certification concept, which is embracing the previous 2 instruments and focusing on the recognition of these efforts of the destinations with regard to sustainable tourism management and product development. In a nutshell, training programs for assessors are taking place so they can be evaluated and the performance of the destination, and they can be evaluated based on a set of criteria. Once the evaluation takes place, the destination and products fulfilling the criteria can qualify to receive the Indonesian Sustainable Tourism Award. The Indonesian Sustainable Tourism Award is therefore a set of tools to assess the qualification of destinations implementing and applying sustainable tourism indicators and measurement. And it also represents a competition of sustainable tourism products proposed and implemented by private and public stakeholders who have decided to join force for the benefit of their destination. So far, the application of these 3 policy instruments, destination, observatories, and certification, is supporting the Ministry of Tourism in the implementation of its national policy. And therefore, Indonesia expects to continue following this strategic approach in the years to come. Thank you.